Rebel Media, and we're at the Brecht Forum in the West Village for the launch of the 18th Annual Pastors for Peace Friendship Caravan to Cuba. We had an opportunity to catch up with caravanistas and supporters, as well as organizers. Here's what they had to say about their optimism for this year's caravan.
Promoted events such as this serve to launch the caravan and attract the interest of people seeking more information than what official government sources are willing to provide.
Told me about this event that was going on at the Brecht Forum. I've heard of the Brecht Forum, I think through the indie media channels and such, so I know that it has stuff to do with social justice and movements, which I'm interested in, and you know, Cuba's always been an interesting topic of mine. Admittedly, I don't know too much about the history and everything, but that's part of the reason why I'm here. I wanted to learn more about this caravan to Cuba and what it's all about.
The launch also gives attendees the opportunity to compare prior knowledge with new sources of information.
I remember in history we were taught that it was this basically evil, communist, you know, very evil dictatorship that oppresses its people and makes life miserable for the general population.
The opportunity to learn about the Brecht Forum, the U.S. blockade against Cuba, and the U.S. foreign policy come from speakers like Reverend Luis Barrios, professor at John Jay College for Criminal Justice and the pastor of the Church of San Romero de las Americas.
Talking about the U.S. blockade against Cuba, it's very important to understand the USA foreign policy. This type of relationship coming from the USA government is not in a vacuum, and it's very important that you understand this. There is this idea, when these people came from Europe, there is this incredible idea that we can do something that is illegal but legitimate, which is, there's a lot of contradiction going on there. So you go into telling the USA government, well, that's not legal. They don't give a shit about that. They know that it's illegal, but it's legitimate. They always find a way how to justify whatever is illegal. The other is that is part of the USA foreign policy in order to understand imperialism, invasions, colonialism in most of these countries in Latin America. Crime is always what they do to the US. So in some way, once you start learning about USA foreign policy, it's implied that whatever you do to us is a crime. Whatever we're going to do to you, we don't know what we're going to call that, but we're allowed to do whatever we want to do, okay? Okay? We don't want to kill you. We don't want to take what is yours. But the problem is that God told us that we have to do it. And it's necessary to obey God. Okay? So we're going to do it just because God told us that we have to do it. This is the rationale behind the manifest destiny.
Now, you're also a member of one of the organizers, the Church of San Romero de las Americas. Tell us about the church.
Church is a very open church. It's very open-minded, and it supports causes in favor of social justice. And definitely the blockade against Cuba, the attitude and the policies of the U.S. government towards Cuba is one of the examples of the kind of things we have to fight against in order to bring about social justice in this world.
14 different caravans participated in 2007. Ann Lamb of the Jericho movement gives a brief history and significance of the Brecht Forum.
Well, the Brecht is a very important place in New York City. It's moved around a bit, you know, like we all have because of the skyrocketing rents and the gentrification that's going on. But the Brecht has been around for years and years doing tremendous work. They have a whole school here, the Marxist School. People can come and study all kinds of classes. You can come and learn Spanish if you want to learn Spanish, which is very important if you're going to go to Cuba. And also they host all kinds of different political events.
Such as tonight's launch.
Tonight's caravan launching. And we at Jericho also have simultaneously an exhibit by political prisoner Tom Manning. All this beautiful art that you see around has been done by Tom Manning. And I'm sure he'll be very happy when I write to him to know that the Cuba event was launched from here, because he has extreme solidarity with Cuba. And I think it's really wonderful. Every year I see new people going, a lot of different young people going, young people of color. That's great. People should go and have the experience. I've been to Cuba. I haven't been on a caravan. I haven't been on a Venceremos Brigade. I just went as an individual, myself from Nicaragua. I can tell you that it's the most beautiful country that I have ever seen. People are certainly free, and everybody should have that experience, especially people growing up here who are under the illusion that we live in a democracy.
At the end of our credits, we'll have information so that you can get in touch with IFCO, Pastors for Peace, the Church of San Romero de las Americas, and other of the organizers, including the Brecht Forum, in our closing credits.